Welcome back to Just Being Booky. In this week's video, I am doing my first book tag video, and it's Harry Potter themed. Because why not? Yeah, I haven't been tagged in any current book tags anyway, so I just figured I'd pick one at the random, and I found this one and thought that I may as well. And I got my Harry Potter wand with me too, that I customized, because this is supposed to be a flashlight, but the flashlight part broke. There's the light, but it doesn't work anymore, and it's supposed to come out done here and be a pen, but it's stuck. Not because I painted it and made it look more realistic and wood like, because it came apart when after I did that, it just got stuck somehow. But yeah. But I have my trusty iPad here with me to go through these tag prompts. Oh, first I have to respond to some of my friends that messaged me on here. Hold up. Alright. Harry Potter book tag. And if you do know what Harry Potter is, and I'm explaining some of the terms that it uses for this book tag unnecessarily, I apologize, but for those that do not know Harry Potter, either the books or the movies, then I will be using the explanations that it gives. Let's dive right in. Flagrate, the writing charm. A book you found the theme interesting but would like to rewrite it. I don't know. I've come across some really good, really well written books, so I'm not sure if there's really any that I thought should have been rewritten entirely, at least. There's usually a few instances where there are a few words, or not words, but like sentences and scenes, something that I think would have been a little bit better. But honestly, so far, I don't think there's any book that I have that I would want to rewrite it. Alohomora, Unlocking Charm. The first book in the series that got you hooked. I know exactly what this one is. Raising Dragons by Brian Davis, the first book in the Dragons in Our Midst series, which is the first series in a series trilogy, if that makes sense, because all the series are connected but can stand alone by themselves as well. This is actually technically the first book and series that got me into fantasy. And now I'm like incredibly into fantasy, so I don't understand how it wasn't before. But this was my first introduction to fantasy and what got me loving dragons and fantasy to begin with. Oh, it's so good. I'm having flashbacks. Now I want to reread it. But I'm already starting to reread Anne of Green Gables with my mom, actually. So I kind of can't reread multiple books while reading a new book at the same time, can I? Can I be rereading multiple books and a new book? Let me know down in the comments your opinion, because I don't know. I don't know if I can handle it, even if it's normal. But definitely this is so good. Let's move on before I open this book and start reading while I'm supposed to be recording. And Accio, The Summoning Charm, a book you wish you could have right now. Well, in this case, I'll have to check my album on here of books that I want, because I have quite a few, but I'll see based on in my thing what one I specifically remember reading the details about and what I really want. I guess I'll go with something that makes more sense, because that I know for sure that I want it. It's the rest of the books in the Wings of Fire series, because I only have the first one and haven't been able to find any of the rest of the series at the thrift store yet, sadly enough, because I really enjoyed it and I would like to continue. But that's the one that I can think of that actually I can guarantee that I definitely really want that one. Even though I generally want a lot more, and I'm pretty sure that I would not want them if I knew about them more. I don't know. The Killing Curse. Oh boy. A killer book, both senses. Take it as you like. Well, the person in here used it as an example for one that was so giant and heavy. What's my biggest book? This one's pretty hefty. What's my longest book on here? Hold on. My Storygraph account gives me analytics of it, so I'll try and see. Sort by pages high to low. There we go. That doesn't count an Anne Green Gables box set. It's counting all the books together. Oh, really? Interesting. So this, you can see why, is the book that I have that is the one with the longest pages, 895. So, yeah. I wouldn't say that it's that big, though. I don't think it would make a very, I mean, it would make something better of a weapon, but I don't think it's really a good weapon, generally. What else did they say for that? I don't know what else to put for killer book. This is actually, so far, not actually a very good book tag for me to have chosen. Confundo, the confusing charm. A book you found really confusing. The only ones I can think of, they weren't really confusing as a whole. It was just like parts of it that made it confusing. So, this one, the book version of Frozen, A Frozen Heart, was a little confusing because it was following the perspective of Hans for a lot of it as well, which was just confusing because it was like foreign and like not really explored in the movie, but it wasn't like confusing generally speaking. And this one wasn't confusing as a whole. It just part of the plot kind of confused me, like just the way that it turned. But that's not exactly confusing, I wouldn't think. I would think that would basically just be like a plot twist that didn't entirely make sense to me, but it wasn't like confusing, I don't think. Expecto Patronum, your spirit animal book. What? I don't know what my spirit animal would be considered. I mean, I drew myself as a monkey a couple of times. Do I have any books that have monkeys besides the Jungle Book? And I don't even know because I haven't read that, so I can't tell you. Unless my spirit animal is a dragon, then I'll pick any of the dragon books. Even this, any of the ones in that series over there. Wings of Fire, I don't know. Actually, Wings of Fire might be a good one because the dragons actually definitely have solid personalities and stuff. I mean, they do in here too because they actually talk as well. Note. But they have like certain categories and characteristics. I don't know if that would be more a good one to include, but if it is, I'm a dragon. And Sextum Sempra, Dark Charm, a dark and twisted book. Well, the darkest book I have read, I think, is the one that I already mentioned. The loneliest book in the, well, not the loneliest book in the universe, the loneliest girl in the universe. But overall, it wasn't actually that dark, I don't think. At least not in my opinion. So, that's, I think, the darkest book that I've read. At least, I believe so, anyway. Apericium, Revealing Charm. A book that surprised you in a great way, revels more than it is. I don't know what the second part's trying to say, but, book that surprised me in a great way. I mean, Inkheart did a good job in surprising me many times with the plot, at least. Like, not a major surprise, but it was just kind of like a... There were a lot of things to be revealed. There was also a lot in this book that was revealed, especially closer to the end, like 3/4 of the way through. So, I guess that could be considered that. Other than that, I honestly don't think that there's really anything that surprised me that much. I mean, I've had surprises where there's really good accurate representation of something, but I can't remember those books at the moment, of course. Oh, apparently that's the end of the Harry Potter book tag. Interesting. But, the website that has this that I found originally for is allyoureadislove.home.blog. That was actually kind of fun. It wasn't too out there and it wasn't too difficult, but I think next time I'm going to try and actually look at the prompts a little bit beforehand, even though that will kind of spoil my thinking process in the moment, but it wasn't as diverse as I thought it could have been. But anyway, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!